Hi, my name is Yasmin, and I'm going to show you how to make galbi. Galbi is a traditional Korean dish that I make for every single barbecue that I have. So all my friends and my families, they love it, and I just want to share it with y'all. So the ingredients we have here is, of course, the short ribs itself, and I have 3.5 pounds between the two packages here. I'm also going to use a 1/4 cup, and this is red wine, cooking wine. I have 3 tablespoons of honey, 3 tablespoons of sesame oil. I have sugar, that's 3 tablespoons. I have 1 teaspoon of pepper, and then this is a cup of soy sauce. I also have ginger, it's about 1 inch, because I really like ginger. You can use less if you want. And then I have garlic here, and I just took a whole bulb of garlic and peeled them all because I like garlic. I have a whole onion that I've cut in half, and then I have 3 green onions. The last thing we need is an Asian pear. This is a very big Asian pear. If I had a small one, I'd use 2. Otherwise, you can use the pears that you find at the store, the regular pears. So now I've put all the ribs into this little bowl so I can put water in it to soak them. And the reason why I soak them is to get rid of the blood. So I'll fill it up with water, you'll see the blood coming out of the meat, and then I'll dump it. I'll do that a few times. The reason why I do that is to reduce the metallic taste that the blood tends to give to the ribs. I also rinse it off to get all the little pieces of bone off of the ribs from the cutting. So I'm going to put water in the bowl, and I'm going to let them soak. I don't manipulate the ribs very much because I find that they tend to start falling apart after a while. So I'll just move them around minimally in the water just to break them apart, and then I'll just let it sit here until it gets bloody, and then I'll drain it, and I'll fill it up with water again and drain it. Okay, so I have just finished cutting up the onions and the Asian pear. I'm going to put it in my trusty Ninja, and we're going to basically turn it into a liquid. We're going to end up taking that liquid and putting it over our short ribs after they're done soaking. They're soaking right now. And this is what makes them become very tender and moist and just taste really good. So I'm going to put all this in here, and we're going to blend it all up till it's liquid. So now we have just finished blending all this, pulverizing it. It looks like applesauce in here, if you can see it. And this is what we're going to be putting on the meat marinade the meat after it's done soaking and getting all the blood out. So now I'm going to make a second marinade. This marinade will go into the meat and this first marinade that I made. So I'm going to take all of these ingredients. This is your bulb of garlic. This is 3 green onions, and then you have your ginger, however much you want to put in. I'm going to take and put aside a little bit of this, like maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons of the green onion, and put the rest of this into my little Ninja. So I'm going to pulverize it to put it into my second marinade. These little food processors make your life so much easier. So I have now pulverized the green onion, ginger, and garlic. And I'm going to put it into this bowl with the rest of my ingredients that I showed you earlier in the video. So this is a 1/4 cup of wine, the cooking wine. We have a cup of soy sauce. I have 3 tablespoons of honey. Three tablespoons of sugar. This is 3 tablespoons of sesame oil. And then a teaspoon of black pepper. And we're just going to mix this all up. And it will be ready to put in whenever the meat is done marinating in with the first marinade. All right, I've already put the white mixture in here, and what you want to do is put the mixture between each and every rib. So I kind of go through and separate them, and you let it sit for an hour because this is what makes it nice and tender, and the onion and the Asian pear will make it kind of sweet. So after an hour, you're going to add in the second marinade that we made. So I've already marinated it for an hour. So I'm going to pour in this second marinade, and then you're going to let it sleep. You're going to let it marinate overnight. And the more you let it marinate, the better seasoned it is. So make sure that, you know, at least 24 hours. Let it sit in there. It's the best stuff ever. Just kind of get it between each rib. And then, you know, after you make the galbi, you know, Richard always takes the leftover sauce and he puts like hamburger, you know, patties in it, and he makes galbi burgers. So it's awesome. And then you just cover it up, put it into the refrigerator, and you're done until you cook it on the grill. Okay, so we've had the galbi marinating for 24 hours, and it actually smells really good. This is what one of them looks like. And we're gonna put it on the grill. Cook it on the grill a couple minutes each side, a little more for me because I like mine very well cooked. And we'll show you what it looks like afterwards.
One more thing, when I put it on the grill, I leave as much of that sauce on the actual meat as I can. I don't take the sauce off.
Okay, so now we have the galbi all grilled, smoking hot. I don't know if you can see the steam. It smells amazing, and I'm sure tastes amazing, because if you do the galbi the way that I taught you, you're really just you're gonna love it. And your family and friends, if you give it to them, they're gonna make you or ask you to cook it all the time. So usually we cut up the galbi with scissors, which I had already done. So I'm just gonna go ahead and taste it because I know it's gonna be amazing. Oh yeah. That's really good.
It's well done too. We like it that way.
Yeah, well done is the way to go.
All right, so definitely try this. It's awesome. Okay, so next I'm going to show you the bonus material is the galbi burger. So we still got all that sauce and marinade left. And what I do is, all right, galbi burgers. The way I make galbi burgers, I take frozen patties and I just dip them in the sauce and then grill them right after that. I wouldn't let them marinate for any amount of time because they're frozen patties. They'll melt and they'll just fall apart in your sauce, and you'll have like hamburger sauce. No good. So while they're still frozen, dip them in here, flip them around, and with the sauce on them, just toss them onto your grill. Now I'm grilling with charcoal, and I suggest you do this with charcoal because it tastes so much better than it does with propane. Thanks.